It's almost ready. This is the first A380 Super Jumbo that'll go into service. It's the world's biggest ever passenger plane with seating space for more than 800. Singapore Airlines wants to fly this plane on its so-called kangaroo route between London, Singapore and Sydney. Airbus has already sold more than 160 A380s and believes Asia is now the second most important market for its aircraft, and especially China.
China is becoming a real economic power, and it means that air transportation is becoming very important to them. They do understand that it's cheaper to have more runways than building motorways. That's as simple as that.
Until now, Airbus has assembled its aircraft at just two sites, its headquarters in Toulouse and the German city of Hamburg, but that's about to all change. For the first time, Airbus is moving an assembly line out of Europe, and this is where it'll happen, on the outskirts of China's third biggest city, Tianjin, 3 hours away from Beijing. It may not look like much now, but in less than 2 years, Airbus will start building A320s here for its Chinese customers. At this big air show in Beijing, all the big airplane makers have turned up to try and win new orders. The European airplane maker has made a simple calculation. China will need around 3,000 new aircraft over the next 2 decades, and the best way of winning orders is by being close to the client.
In terms of the size of the market and the growth rates, already China is in fact the second largest civil aviation market in the world after the United States. We predict that that trend will continue, given that there is an enormous potential for further growth here.
Airbus works with hundreds of small suppliers, mainly in France, but with the high value of the euro against the dollar, it's now pushing them to move some of their operations to China too. They've now come en masse to see if they can do business here, but many are wary, worried that China could steal their Western technology.
It's pretty complicated setting up here, according to others who have set up here already, mainly because of problems with customs and the copyright issues. Things change here all the time, and the laws are not written in stone like at home.
Airbus says they have to think long-term. Take the A380. It's only sold 4 here so far. It believes it could sell another 120 here over the next 2 decades.